the time to put somebody out there because they just don't have a draw. But we've got Oktoberfest coming up. I know that Denise and Pam are taking care of that, the 22nd and the 23rd. We've got World of Wheels, probably give us a call. Even Republic Parking downtown. I mean, if I have a good list of people that I know, I can call, somebody will take it. We can get Republic Parking. If they don't have somebody show up or they have a lot that they want somebody else to cover, they'll call us. Lots of opportunities, $7 an hour, and it's an excellent way to raise money. I mean, I haven't cut my own check yet. I mean, I haven't. I've got lots of money in my account, and we're still working and saving. And that's how we're going to pay for this right here. That's work. I mean, like we were talking earlier, this is where your memories are made. When your kid's a senior walking across that stage, you go through all those memories. Right here's where it's at. So everybody just get together. Let's help each other make this happen. Band together. That's what we are. We're a band. Even the parents in this group are part of the band. Because without the parents, the band we don't do Australia. It's just not going to happen. So that's all I got.
Okay. Sam, let's talk about the wreaths for a second.
Okay. Another thing we do, you're going to hear a lot about fundraisers. A lot. And anybody that's had kids in school in this county has probably done a lot of fundraisers. You're involved with scouts or any of those things. As an example, one thing we're doing right now, and Mr. Major said might as well open it up to 8th grade students coming in. We have live fresh wreaths. Well, I guess not technically live, but fresh wreaths we're going to do for Christmas, right before Christmas. It will be picked up in late November. Both this form and I brought a few order forms right here and to keep track of it are on the website. Right there, just scroll down the page, you'll find them. They're PDFs. If you know what that is, you can just print them out. These are $15 each, which is kind of the going rate for a 12-inch wreath. They're really nice. I had one shipped in. We looked at it at another meeting. They're done the right way, and they would last through the season. So if you want to go ahead and sell some of these wreaths, what we're doing is we're asking you to fill out the information, collect the money in advance. You have until October 28th. That's the last day we'll take orders. And these come from Western North Carolina. Already had somebody turn in money tonight for ones that they sold because they decided they sold enough, and they sold quite a few. $6 of each one of those wreaths goes straight into the student account. And that's typical for a lot of these type sales opportunities. You know, if it's something about $15, you're going to see about $5, $6, $7 go back into the account. So it's not as good, not as much money to be made as parking, but you may not want to go out and devote that many hours to parking. So we're going to hope to always have at least one of these money earning opportunities underway. Maybe if it's a good enough program and everybody wants to do it, we'll do more than one at a time. And if you just sell 449, your Australian trip is paid for. You can just, I don't know if they'll be able to make that many wreaths at one time, but there'll be more of those. Did I skip anything? Is there anything I left out? Or they will be delivered the 20th and the 21st, I think, of the day. That's not right. That's not right. It's on the website, and it's the Monday and Tuesday. What we're probably going to do is in the morning before school and then after school, one combination, because some people can come early, some people come late. We'll probably just have to set up a tent or something, and we'll pick them up that weekend, like the weekend after Baltimore, and then be here before we know it, and then we'll send an announcement out, and you'll be responsible for picking up your wreaths to deliver. My hands will be about this thick with resin by then.
Two other things, actually three, and I want to get us out of here pretty quick because we're at about an hour right now. But later in this month, we're going to have, later this month, we're going to have basically a chili supper in conjunction with a performance from the marching band. Now, when we started the process 4 years ago of going to California, the first fundraiser we did for student deposits was a chili supper, and it was giant. It was about a $6,000 chili supper that we did. And so for the 8th graders, we're not in the process of selling tickets for that yet. We probably will be next week. And so for 8th graders that are interested, I'll get some tickets down to both middle schools, and you would be able to sell tickets for that chili supper as well. And that chili supper performance, which of course we want you to be at as well to see the performance. But most likely, I can confirm that the stadium is open, but it's most likely the 27th of October. That's our tentative date, as long as there's not an overlap in the stadium, and you guys have an opportunity to do that. And also, yes, we do make the chili, so you're welcome, 8th grade parents. Laurie, do you have something? Okay, go ahead, let's do it now.
Okay, one more fundraiser that we have for your man's accounts, which will help pay for your trips and other things. Last year, we started selling microfiber bed sheets, and we will be starting that up again. And these are bed sheets that, you know, we've got a big bed bug problem, so people like to change their sheets, you know, buy new things. There's gifts coming up, so these sheets are $40 per set, and this year they've added a twin size. So for those who sold last year, there's a new size, and there are new colors. So we're putting those sheets together, and that'll be on the band website very soon. But it's very simple. How many nurses? How many teachers? Just give me a show of hands. How many office workers? You've got break rooms. You've got places to lay these. These are prepaid bed sheets. They pick their color. They pick their size. We get them in, and you deliver. The bed sheets are $40, and out of that, I think they're up to $42 because we're absorbing that. But we get $20 of that back into our band fees, and 15 of that goes into your student's account. So I just want you to know that this will be an opportunity to be coming up soon between the reads and between the other things we'll have between the sheets.
Are we going to keep it going? Is this going to be ongoing like we did last year? So you don't want to do it while you're doing reading, you want to do it in January.
Right, exactly.
It had a great turnout.
Yeah, I mean, if you are a nurse and you have a wing in your hospital, it is unbelievable what your nurse friends and doctor friends will purchase. It's because it's not your normal fundraiser. It's not a candy bar. It's not a candle. It's bed sheets. And what you have to do to get started, I do have to tell you this. If you do not have a set, if you're a new person and don't have a set, to sell these, you must own a set. Obviously, that makes sense. And what I did was I just took, they come with either 2 or 4 pillowcases depending on the size. And you take a pillowcase in with you if you want to see what it looks like. You take a pillowcase, or if you want to take them all, fine. They come in a very nice package with handles. They're very, very nice. Anybody else want to say how nice they were?
They're nice.
There you go.
Now, there will be, as we talk about this stuff, and you're getting these rapid fire right now, as these come up, we'll, in a much more calm, controlled manner, get you the information about them. But some of these will be ongoing, like the bed sheet, the parking is ongoing. What we're going to do is we're going to give you several opportunities on the front end. I'm getting to that in a second, I haven't forgotten. We're going to give you several opportunities on the front end, and then a lot of this we're going to rely on basically sponsorship. What we're going to do is provide you with a letter that says, you know, my name is whoever I am, and have this truly once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to be part of the City Youth Music Cal, and it kind of explains that. And, you know, I'm trying to raise X amount of dollars to participate in this trip, and if you could help me and sponsor me for this much money or that much money, I would greatly appreciate it. And, by the way, for those of you that are new to us, the Band Boosters are 501c3, so if they sponsor you, that's tax deductible for them. And we're going to rely heavily on that process because in talking to other directors who travel internationally with their groups, if you're selling candles and things like that, and we are doing some of that, not candles, but only portions of that come back to your student account. But when you're talking to somebody about a sponsorship, then 100% of that goes back to your student account. And that's particularly effective with folks that you got family and friends that are out of town, that you can't get a Christmas to, you can't get bed sheets to them. And so it's an opportunity for that as well. Yes, ma'am.
How do you set up the student account, ninth graders?
Basically, what will happen is when you make your deposit, we'll create one.
Oh, okay.
for you, and so,
So even
and
if they do it now, while they're in the age,
yeah, we'll go ahead and, so if it's an 8th grade student, when you make that deposit, we'll go ahead and create an account, and you can track it that way, the same way that the high school students do. And it's all, everything we do is web-based. So when we get to that point, we'll say, here's how you go in and